Hi, welcome to my Super James channel. My name is SJ. So today I'm going to do a team build whereby the figures maximizes the damage taken by all opponents on the field when placed on their trigger square. Off the back, Champa, who increases damage by 30%. And next up, we have Mira, who increases damage by 20% and increases the speed by 1000 when placed on his trigger square. And we also have Speed Vegito, who increases damage by 10% when we go first. And basically you are talking about 60% damage taken by all opponents if all three are on the field. And this is probably the maximum damage you can find in a team where all three figures are on the field. And if you add ADM out all for all figures, that's probably another 10% damage. So you're talking all in all 70% damage. So we also have Gotenks in the team. He has about 8000 attack and he has pretty decent speed at 3000. So the problem with this deck is Champa, who has pretty low speed. So Mira is there to boost the speed by 5000 and Vegito is there to boost the speed by about 4005. And we have Gotenks here who is pretty fast, so this try to make sure that we can go first in attack to maximize Vegito's speed. And we have Speed Cell on team as well, so that in case if we need the speed there, Speed Cell adds close to 6+k speed. So this deck was basically built to counter the 7-star Guldo Battle, who was previously the last boss, whereby I wanted to grind figure experience as well as T-chips. And I was thinking what was the best way to speed up the whole grinding process to take out Guldo within 3 turns. And this was what I thought of because they have pretty incredible figures, I would say. They have basically damage lowering skills, and they have very high HP, high damage, and a speed Vidal. So you need pretty decent speed and sufficient damage to kill all the figures here. So off the back, I will put Gotenks on the left, Mira on the right with Vegito below. So this basically increases damage output by 30%, and with the ADM up all, so they will get additional 5% damage, so it's close to 35%. And you see basically the whole aim is not to use counters and we can try to kill them straight away, because after that, with the new feature of the skip battle, we can skip all the way to the end. And off the back we'll see Gotenks damage, 11k damage, and that's basically a damage of UI Goku. So this deck itself is targeted to increase the damage output, so we have Mira and Vegito on the right to kill off the flank on the right, and Gotenks will kill off on the left because he does 11k damage. Because Mira is too weak in his attack, but he helps to boost the damage output, so we have Vegito behind to support him to kill off the figure in front. And we'll keep the same line out, and you'll see Gotenks on the left. One reason why I have Gotenks in the team is because he's pretty tanky, and I have him 10 out of 10 in health, and he adds 700 defense when placed on his trigger square. So he's a pretty tanky figure, and he could probably survive an attack from a hard hitting figure as well. So, and it's pretty fast. So the whole aim is to go first to maximize Vegito's speed. And here we're not taking a counter. You see, without taking a counter, we'll kill any figure that's placed in front. And for Guldo's lineup, they typically will put 3 figures in a row to utilize the damage reduction by 10%. Okay, so off the back, Blue Goku didn't die, but he's not going to kill Gotenks because he has pretty tanky defense. So you saw just now he does 7000 damage to the master, but he only does 4400 damage to Gotenks, so it shows how tanky Gotenks can be. And now they only have 2 figures left on the field, so we have Champa in. Now this is the 60% increase in damage, plus another 10% coming from ADM or, and basically that's 70% increase in damage output. So Champa increases damage output by 30%, but one problem with him is he has pretty low health, and he usually gets one-shotted. So you need pretty fast figures to complement him so that you can go first and attack your opponent. And here we have Mira, who provides the speed together with Vegito. So it almost guarantees you to go first when playing against Guldo. And look at the damage. 12,800 damage. That's even higher than UI Goku. In Champa, he's doing 10k damage when he only has about close to 6,800 attack. And that's pretty crazy, and this Goku lowers the damage output by 10%. So just now I didn't skip the frames, as I wanted to show you the damage output, and that was pretty crazy. Looking at the damage output given by Gotenks and Vegito, that's close to 10k damage. And now I'm going to show you by skipping the frames itself. You don't even need counters, you just place them on the field, you just skip everything. Okay, 2 figures are dead. And then you go to the next fight. And then you get a spirit bomb count, you get a speed, you go first. And then bam, you go skipping everything again. Okay, left 2 figures wise, put Champa on the field. So go through the motions, spirit bomb, speed multiplier, go first, and then we skip the frame. And that's an easy win there. And that's one of the easiest way to get figure experience and T-chips from the Guldo Battle. This probably takes about 2 minutes in 3 turns. So this deck can also be used to run against the new Dragon Ball Super Broly Battle. It will probably take about 2 to 3 turns to whitewash the opponent. And off the field, we'll put Champa on the field because the opposing deck is pretty slow unless they put the new SR Broly. Has pretty high speed in this deck itself. Yep, and we'll go first. And the whole thing is we'll attempt to go first and then use Vegito's 10% extra damage down. And altogether we have 40% damage.
Take that! I'll give you something good!
Yep, see Whis get one shot, and that Whis has about 3 to 4k defense with 30% damage reduction. And this Broly has about 2k defense, 3k defense, and he has a Whis who is protecting him by reducing damage by 30%, and he has damage reduction of 10% when placed on his trigger square. So Gotenks just kill him straight away. You don't need a counter, that's the whole idea of the thing. We don't need counters to kill the figures, we just attack them and then we just skip all the way to the end. So here I'm just running through to show you. Basically now, one shot there only 3 figures left on the field after turn 1. Yeah, so this is turn 2. And basically, Vegito will kill. Gotenks will kill, one shot. The only thing is whether Mira will kill one shot. If it doesn't kill, then there's still a next turn. So it's within 3 turns you guarantee to kill Dragon Ball Super Broly. And this damage output team, as I mentioned before, is pretty crazy, and the whole thing is to blitz through the opponent without using any counter attack. So this, using the new skip battle function, you can skip all the way to the end. So you don't have to wait for the counters, attack, and see whether you get basically you're going to go first most of the time with Mira and Vegito on the field. And Gotenks is also pretty fast, so these 3 together, when they are on the field, you are more or less guaranteed to go first. Yeah, so and we have our ultimate here, and we'll just get to see Gotenks use his ultimate to kill off Broly. So this is the 3rd turn, so now we just put in Speed Cell. There's no way that he will go first with Speed Cell on the field. So the whole idea of this deck is do damage and go first, and this is a pretty useful deck to steamroll through a lot of field battles, and you can use this to try out other field battles as well. This will basically steamroll, and you don't have to watch through the field battle if you really want to grind your experience or your finish. Yep, pretty nice ultimate there from Gotenks. And basically I can just skip through the whole thing without doing counters like what I did in the previous 3 battle. So I hope that this video is for you to grind experience and T-chips. So I hope the video was enjoyable for you. Do hit the like button and come back for more Hero Colosseum content by subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you soon. Ciao!